everybody. This week, you're going to love Pop Goes the Country. It's a very, very special show. I'm not even going to tell you who is here, but we're going to show you lots of pictures of our star at various stages of her career. You watch and guess.
Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the Banger coal mine, all day long in the field hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal oil light, and everything would start all over come break of morn. Daddy loved and raised their kids on a miner's pay. Mommy scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Why, I've seen her fingers bleed to complain there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. In the summertime we didn't have shoes to wear, but in the wintertime we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling a hog, Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. The work we done was hard, at night we'd sleep 'cause we were taught. I never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then, and it's so good to be back home again. Not much left but the floor, nothing lives here anymore, except the memories of a coal miner's daughter.
The book I'm holding is a bestseller here in the United States, and it tells the story of our guest star. And I wish you'd welcome her now, Loretta Lynn. Coal miner's daughter. Loretta, tell them the new exciting news about the book.
There's going to be a movie made of the coal miner's daughter, and you was asking me if I'd thought of anybody that would, I'd like to play the coal miner's daughter. And I said, no, I hadn't, because I ain't never heard anybody talk like me.
Well, all right, maybe somebody could act like you. This show.
I don't think that'd be too hard. I think they tried that 2 or 3 times, didn't he?
This show is kind of special, and you might tell them why it's kind of special.
Well, it's because all the family just about is on, all the ones that's professionally in the business.
This show features Crystal Gayle and Peggy Sue and J. Webb, but you had to change his name, didn't you?
Yeah, we had to change his name. Me and Jack, we got a big bang out of it. J. Lee, I call him Jack. But his first record come out as Jack Webb. And then Jack Webb from Dragnet made us change his name.
And he became J. Lee
He became
Webb.
J. Lee, and I told him then, I said, now I guess you know which one is the biggest on MCA.
And, of course, Crystal was Brenda.
Uh-huh.
And you changed her name, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought Crystal was more of a stage name, a star's name, you know. Crystal is bright and shiny, and I knew that she had the talent, so I gave her a name to go with it.
I gather you're very proud of your family.
Yes, I am.
Well, we're going to meet little brother here in a second. Actually, he is younger than you are.
Yeah.
And in this book, there's a story about him and a black snake. In the house, the black snake under his bed.
I think that was... No, that's not him.
Oh, it wasn't about him? All right, then I'll go on. Let me show you a little picture here. We have a lot of pictures in this show that, if you'll watch carefully, I think you'll find they're very interesting. Now, this is a young Jackie Webb. And who are the girls in the picture?
That's Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue.
And the other one is Betty Ruth, my sister, that she don't sing, professionally in the
All
business.
right. All right, now let's meet the live in person. Jay Lee or Jack Webb?
Well, I don't know what's in it that makes a drink turn a poor boy's head. Well, she ain't much to look at, a little old and a little fat, but I'll hang around and have a beer or two. For I know if I drink enough, she won't look quite so rough. It's amazing what a little beer can do. She's looking better by the minute. Well, I don't know what's in it that makes a drink turn a feller's head. She's looking better by the minute. I guess they must have invented it to go right to this poor boy's head. She don't look so awful bad, considering all this beer I've had. Matter of fact, guess I could do worse. Well, I could take a six-pack home, but I sure hate to drink alone, and it takes more than beer to quench my thirst. She's looking better by the minute. Well, I don't know what's in it that makes a drink turn a feller's head. She's looking better by the minute. I guess they must have invented it. They go right to this poor boy's head. Well, in the darkness of this bar, she looks like a movie star. Goes to show how wrong a guy can be. Well, I guess I better pick her up before I start to sober up. We'll have a ball, this movie star and me. She's looking better by the minute. Well, I don't know what's in it that makes a drink turn a feller's head. She's looking better by the minute. I guess they must have invented it. They go right to this poor boy's head. They go right to this poor boy's head.
Jay Lee Webb. By the way, you'll find him in this next old picture we're going to show. This is a picture that will serve as an introduction to our next performance by a dynamite quartet. You'll see Jay Lee up here, the young man pictured next to his mother on the end, and then there's Mama, Clara, and then there's Loretta, and then there's Peggy Sue. I didn't recognize her. And then there's a non-singing sister, Betty Ruth, who lives in Pennsylvania. And right down on the end, the one that looks like a little old boy, that's Crystal Gayle. And we're going to bring Crystal and Jay Lee and Peggy and Loretta out to sing for you right now.
Put it off until tomorrow. Whoa, whoa. You hurt me enough today. You say our love is over, that you have found another. You say you're going away.
accept the fact you won't be coming back.
So stay just one more day. Loneliness isn't far away. Put it off until tomorrow. Whoa, whoa. You've hurt me enough today. Put it off until tomorrow. Whoa, whoa. You've hurt me enough today.
This pretty lady sitting next to me is Brenda Gayle Webb Godzemus.
That's enough.
You know her as Crystal Gayle. And Crystal, this show was sort of your idea, was your idea. You came to me and asked if we could do this show. And I think you asked if I had Loretta on this year, and I said,
You came to me and said that you had Loretta on the show, and it's so hard to get her anywhere because she's so busy that I thought it would be a nice time to try.
you went over and talked to her about it, didn't you?
Yeah, and she was all for it.
Now, I might add that you also, this is a very unselfish little girl. She also said, I would rather not sing because I've been on Pop Goes the Country this season, but let everybody else sing. So you're in all the group shots.
Yeah.
Now, we have a young man here who is your nephew. And this is Loretta Lynn's second oldest son.
Yeah.
And you had a story about him. He would get all of you in trouble, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah, he would try. I've got still bruises, I think, from him. But we would fight and everything, and one of us would call Mom on the telephone where she was working and tell on him, or whoever it was. But she would set us all down on the couch, make us stay there and her at work for at least a half hour.
But
And that takes a lot of
She wasn't
something.
at home.
I know it.
But you
We were probably a little strange, I guess. No kid is going to sit for a half hour still.
But this was the punishment for you tattling on him?
And for him doing what he did wrong.
Well, he stayed with you while Loretta was on the road in the beginning.
Yeah, it was very early in her
Oh.
career.
All right, now here is a picture of Ernest Ray, age 4, with a great big guitar, and then you're going to meet the real Ernest Ray, and then you're going to meet another sister named Peggy Sue.
Lord, I was born a rambling man, yeah, trying to make a living, just doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My daddy was a gambler down in Georgia. He wound up on the wrong end of a gun. I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born a rambling man, yeah, trying to make a living, just doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man.
don't touch sign all over me. My paint is wet and you'll get hurt all over you. I'm another man's woman. To you, I'm just bad news. I'm dynamite, so please don't light the fuse. You've turned me on, but I can't turn me off. I guess the switch is buried in my mind. The flame of love is burning, just begging to be used. I'm dynamite, so please don't light the fuse. You can't undo the damage that I'll do. And the first thing I'll destroy will be you. Too many other hearts involved that I can't stand to lose. I'm dynamite, so please don't light the fuse. You can't undo the damage that I'll do. And the first thing I'll destroy will be you. Too many other hearts involved that I can't stand to lose. I'm dynamite, so please don't light the fuse. I'm dynamite, so please don't light the fuse.
Peggy, I thank you very much. The picture you're looking at is a picture of Mama, Mrs. Clara Butcher, and her entire brood. 4 brothers and 4 sisters, Loretta. Well, Loretta has 3 sisters and 4 brothers, but Mrs. Butcher has 8 kids. And she's our surprise guest on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Clara Butcher. I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that show business is not new to you. You used to sing on the stage.
I used to sing.
Dance.
And dance. There's a little song that I understand that you taught each child as he or she would come along about an old boat, an old ship that went down in 1911, the Great Titanic.
Great Titanic.
Where'd you learn this song?
I learned that in school,
In grammar school?
grammar school,
Where was that?
Riceville, Kentucky.
Riceville, Kentucky. Well, now, would you lead the group that is present in that song?
I'll help them sing it.
You'll help them sing it. Loretta, would you lead it off for us?
I'll try it. She's a better singer than I am. She ought to sing.
Now, here's an old song they used to all sing at home.
The sun shone out its glory far out on the deep blue sea. The great Titanic was sinking far out on the deep blue sea.
thank you for allowing us to meet your family.
Well, I want to thank you for having us on.
And Mrs. Butcher, it was a pleasure having you as our surprise guest.
Thank you for having me.
Mama came to see us from Wabash, Indiana. And our thanks to Ernest, Ray, Peggy, Sue, and Gayle, and Crystal Gayle. That's our show this week. We'll see you next week on Pop Goes